How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be episode 3 of our Road to Elite series. As you guys saw in the last episode, we finished Gold 1 in our first weekend league. Kind of as expected. I mean, I've been pretty much finishing Gold 1 this whole year, and so now we've got kind of our baseline and, hopefully through rivals, as you guys will see in this video, and also just, practicing, we'll be able to get to Elite, which is the goal of the series. And so in this episode, you guys will see me testing out the 4-1-2-1-2 second variation. You guys saw in my champs video that I've been pretty much running 4-2-3-1 before this, and for pretty much the whole year it's been a pretty solid formation. I mean, a lot of the pros use it. It's pretty meta. There's nothing more to really say, but I just think the 4-1-2-1-2-2, as you guys will see in this video, offers a lot more attacking options. Definitely a lot more aggressive defensively. Just creating those chances. I play it with balanced fullbacks, balanced center, outside mids, and then stay back while attacking only on the CDM. So it's pretty aggressive in that sense, and just that kind of fast tempo football, putting pressure on your opponent that I think is, just a kind of a change of pace than the 4-2-3-1 that I've been running for most of this year. So with that said, let's get into the gameplay. All right, so here's the ball here. James just started off kickoff. He's driving down, gets a nice pass down the wing, cuts back inside. He's with his Benzema here, looking for a pass. Doesn't really see anything. We intercept the ball with Gattuso, and Cruz starts the counterattack. As you see, we got our two strikers up front. Henderson's there in the middle to play a pass to, and just like that, we're in. Rashford ball rolls the keeper and slots it home. And as you guys, I'll take it back a little bit. As you guys can see, when we intercept the ball, we're able to get the ball to an outlet. Cruz so quickly. He's got his back four here. He's got Witsel in the middle. But what we have is, our two center mids here. We have Cruz and Henderson. So we play the ball into the middle. And then using L1, tapping L1, something that is really effective in all FIFAs really. To trigger a run, you see Marcus Rashford makes kind of a running motion forwards. And we're able to play a very nice pass with Henderson after ball rolling, and then here again we ball roll the keeper, and yeah, that's 1-0. Okay, and here again, not too long after the first goal, he has the ball again, kind of just passing the ball around. We're just trying to play solid defense. We got our two strikers up front running around the field with Gnabry. He gets a great interception, and again here, so quickly we're on the counterattack. Gnabry, who was just on defense and got that interception, is all of a sudden on the attack. We find a good ball into Ronaldo here. Ronaldo outpaces the center back, fade shot stop, back to Gnabry, near post. And, that's how we get a lot of our goals, as you guys have seen in this video. Just playing solid defense and then going on the counterattack when we have good opportunities in our front three. Even those going up against a back four can just create, as you can see here, if we wind back a bit, he has kind of four defenders back here, but, with really pacey strikers, and Gnabry kind of directing the play, passing it down for Ronaldo. We're able to kind of push his defense towards the goal and then pass it back to the middle of the box where Gnabry's there for an open finish. All right, so towards the end of the half here, he's kind of got a counterattack here, but we get a nice interception with Varane. And as you guys can see here again, he's kind of got his back four, but we've got our front three. Gnabry's kind of controlling the play. He has two different options to either striker out wide. This counter-attacking potential is just so powerful out of the 4-1-2-1-2. As you can see here, we get a little bit lucky. Ronaldo holds possession, but then we trigger a run with Henderson down the middle. He's open, cut back, and Rashford's wide open for the goal. I actually think his one of his defenders, who wasn't even in the play there, might have been holding Rashford on, because on first glance he looked a little off. Yeah, so we got this outside back here holding Rashford on. So a little lucky, but a good goal nonetheless. And again, third goal of the game, third counterattack, just shows how powerful that counterattacking presence is here in the 4-1-2-1-2. And I think here right before half, he actually gets a goal back, just kind of kick off. Should defend that better. Something that I know that a lot of pros use is they'll use offsides trap to kind of push their backline up. Maybe you could say like wake up the players a bit. But you see here, our left back Robertson's just kind of not marking Tarat, and he gets in there for a goal. All right, so here we've dropped the ball with our Courtois, our keeper, starting the counterattack. Rashford plays a really, really good pass to Henderson here. Henderson slows the play up, fake shot stop. Gnabry with that the dink pass and near post, drag back, near post, goal. So as we can see here again, we've got that counter-attacking presence. Henderson, we've triggered the run from the midfield. The fake shot stop is really powerful when you've got maybe you're close to the goal, but you don't have that many supporting players that you can pass to in the box. So you're looking for someone who's running from behind, trailing the play, to pass to, so the fake shot stop. And then when you do the double tap skip pass, which is so good this year, into Gnabry. Gnabry takes a fantastic touch, which allows him to keep the ball on the ground, do the drag back, and then again, near post finish. Definitely the way to go this year. All right, guys, so we have the ball here. We think we're on a counter attack, kind of push the ball too far. Witsel tackles our Henderson, and he passed the ball into Saint-Maximin and actually gets a goal back here. And this is really one of the weaknesses of the 4-1-2-1-2 is that when we give the ball up here, as you guys see, we have our back four, but we only have one CDM. And that's Gattuso, not the paciest. Definitely a good CDM, but not super meta. And what happens is he's got his attackers, and since he tackled the Witsel, he's in the attack. And if we were in the 4-2-3-1, kind of a more solid formation, something like that, with only one striker, what it would actually add is having two CDMs here instead of just one, which probably would have prevented the goal here, because as you can see, he's got a little triangle here, and all we have is Gattuso. Henderson's kind of trailing the play, isn't able to really get involved, and he just does a little drag back, and Saint-Maximin is unmarked. You could say Varane could have been on there, but I think if we had two CDMs there, kind of stopping the ball before it even got into the box, would have helped a lot. All right, so we had the ball in the box there. He tackled us, and again, one of the weaknesses of the 4-1-2-1-2 here, as you can see, since we are playing kind of balanced fullbacks, our defense is playing a really high line. We are a little prone to the counterattack, as we can see, as Neymar is able to play a pass to his Tarot there, and Varane's just not quite fast enough to compose himself and make that tackle. He gets a little chipped goal at the end. There were a few goals exchanged before then, but I think they were both kickoff goals, one for me, one for him. But going back here, just knowing that when you're in the 4-1-2-1-2, you definitely have to limit the amount of counterattacks that you're giving up. And so again here, he's with Neymar, and we just don't have the defensive presence. He could have even gone switch the ball to the other side, and definitely would have had a good attack there. So yeah, all right, guys. So as you can see, the game does end a 5-4 victory for us. And so overall, as you guys have seen in the video, the 4-1-2-1-2 really narrow formation really offers a really good counter-attacking presence on offense. Definitely with the front three instead of the 4-2-3-1, which is, I would just say, your sole striker is there, and kind of it's a lot harder to play counter-attacking unless you're going down the wings. Just because the cams are usually kind of somewhat far back on defense, and they have to take time to transition to the offense, whereas in the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, the cam and the striker usually stay pretty high, so they're able to transition to the counterattack really fast. And yeah, but yeah, on defense, there are a few weaknesses. As you guys saw in the video, we got counterattacked multiple times, but I think that really just comes down to manual defending. If that is something you're comfortable with, if your backline has pretty good pace to it, I think this formation is definitely something that you guys could use. And you might ask, like, well, is it better than the 4-2-3-1? Because if it's not, I mean, it's still a good formation. I think that's pretty well known, but is it actually better? Is it the new meta? I would say yes. I'm actually gonna use this formation in the weekend league this weekend. We're going to be changing around the team a little bit, but the formation and the tactics will be the same. And so, yeah, I actually do think with my play style, because I kind of struggle to play slow build-up offense, the 4-1-2-1-2 and his counter-attacking options, as you guys can see, kind of leads to a lot of goals being scored. And I think, at least for me, and I'm sure a lot of you guys who probably struggle to score, maybe more than 1 or 2 goals every game in the 4-2-3-1, just because it is really, focused on balanced and, more or less defensive play with those two CDMs. I think the 4-1-2-1-2 is definitely a nice change of pace. And look out tomorrow for tactics and instructions video, guys, that I will be releasing for the 4-1-2-1-2, and those will also be the tactics and instructions that I will be using this weekend league to hopefully get elite for the first time. So until then, I'll see you guys later.